The air felt refreshing now that she was no longer inside the building, which had a slight damp smell. It was likely due to the areas where the roof leaked and let in water. But being outside, nature didn't have such issues. Carefully, April took a few minutes to search to see if any movement could be spotted. The key to her survival had been avoiding any contact with living creatures. However, some of the forest animals were okay and relatively harmless. Fortunately, the surrounding area was relatively devoid of any signs of civilization. April didn't understand what the building was used for, there not being any signs that people slept inside of it, and the location wasn't close to houses. The way she discovered the location was just following one of the long roads that often had abandoned cars, sometimes with people who had been killed or eaten. She shivered at the memories. Walking on the grass, she made her way towards the nearby trees. Glad to see that it's going to be another peaceful day, April thought to herself, though in the back of her mind, she tried to remind herself to not become complacent. During her journey, there had been many instances that she'd watched survivors walking close to buildings in a town or city, inevitably getting caught by bandits. She'd watched the people screaming out for help as the bandits killed and performed horrifying acts on the remaining survivors. Due to her fear of being discovered, she'd watched the entire encounter until she was satisfied that the bandits were off to find more prey or to relax for the rest of the day. There were a few times where they'd drag off people with them, likely to their base. If it wasn't for the fact that she was too scared of being discovered, April would have followed the bandits to their base. She never had any intentions of saving anyone, but it would be helpful to know where threats were located. Those people are far away now, so I should be safe, April said to herself. Due to how it had been a while since she had seen anyone, it gave a feeling that there wouldn't be a need to be worried for a short time. Skipping lightly on the grass, she spun around, enjoying the sunlight. Reaching the nearest tree, she gave it a hug. There was a faint feeling of warmth that could be felt, making her enjoy the sensation. April felt like she could feel the tree was hugging her back. At least, that's what she imagined. Still feeling a little hungry, April took off her shoes. The grass felt nice on her bare feet. I wish I didn't have to wear shoes, April sighed, but was forced to acknowledge that going bare feet inside the building could get her injured. Inside, the building didn't have broken glass compared to other places she discovered, but wasn't a good idea to test. Placing her feet on the bark of the tree, April continued to wrap her arms around it. Slowly, she began making her way up. Having a lot of practice, being outside had given her plenty of time to improve her ability to navigate around. It doesn't even make me tired anymore, April thought to herself. She reached out to one of the nearest branches. The one she chose was one of the thicker ones. Letting go of the tree, April swung a bit, but she stabilized herself upon using her other free hand. She lifted herself with little effort. Placing one of her feet on the branch, a hand was placed on the trunk to maintain her balance. After getting completely on the branch, April used the other hand to grab another one. Even though she was high up, there was no fear felt. It was like she was in her natural habitat. The tree even seemed like it was happy to have her climb on it. It wasn't long before she spotted a streak of purplish glowing fluid coming off the tree. The substance oozed out. April used a finger to gather up the substance without a moment of thought. Getting it on her finger, She smiled childishly before sticking it into her mouth